Welcome to Part 3 and the final session of the ESGR Ombudsman Mediation Process series. Parts 1 and 2 walked you through the four-phase process from start to finish. This session covers what guides every case underneath that process, the principles you work by, how to handle scenarios that fall outside the standard playbook, and the full inventory of resources and support available to you. This is the session that will keep you out of trouble and get you the help you need when a case gets complicated. Let's finish strong. There are 6 principles that govern your conduct in every case. These aren't guidelines. They're rules. Knowing them protects you, protects the parties, and keeps the process legitimate. Stay neutral. You've heard this. Don't side with the service member. Don't accuse the employer of violating the law. The moment you take a position, you've lost your effectiveness as a mediator. Guard confidentiality. The Alternative Dispute Resolution Act prohibits sharing anything communicated during mediation. No exceptions. Not with your supervisor, not with your spouse, not with another ombudsman who's curious about the case. Nothing leaves the mediation. Don't interpret the law. You can share your understanding of how USERRA works. You cannot give legal opinions. There is a real difference, and crossing that line creates liability. When in doubt, say, "My understanding is," and stop there. Facilitate, don't decide. Your job is to get the parties talking. It's not to determine who's right. Even when the answer seems obvious to you, the process exists for a reason. Trust it. Don't accept documents. If either party wants to hand you paperwork, decline. You're not an investigator. You don't have the authority to evaluate evidence. If a party says they can't discuss the case without showing you documents, refer them to DL vets and close. Know your limits. Complex cases happen. The 5-year cumulative service limit, retaliation claims, conflicts of interest, these are situations where you call your ombudsman director before proceeding, not after. Before. These 6 rules aren't constraints. They're what make your work credible. The standard 4-phase process handles most cases cleanly, but some cases don't fit neatly into the flow, and knowing how to handle them in advance saves you time and keeps you from making mistakes under pressure. If the service member was terminated before they left for service, USERRA's reemployment protections only apply when they're attempting to return. If they want to address lost wages from before deployment, refer them to DOL vets. Otherwise, advise them to open a new case after they return. If you suspect the service member may have exceeded the 5-year cumulative service limit, do not attempt to resolve the case. Call your OD or the ESGR National Hotline at 1-800-336-4590 for guidance. This is not a call you make on your own. If the employer is unhappy with the service member's military schedule, they do have an option under DoD Instruction 1205. 12. They can contact the service member's commanding officer. The CO isn't obligated to change the schedule, but the employer is entitled to voice their concerns through that channel. If you have a personal relationship with anyone involved in the case, stop immediately. Report it to your OD. If the relationship is ongoing, you need to withdraw and have the case reassigned. No exceptions. If either party asks you to review documents, decline. You already know this from the golden rules. Refer to DOL vets and close. If the parties want to meet in person, ESGR policy prohibits it. Safety and neutrality both drive that rule. Phone conferences can be arranged through national case managers if needed. You're never working these cases alone, and this slide tells you exactly who to call when you need help. Your first call is always your ombudsman director. They know the case types, they know New Jersey-specific context, and they can escalate when needed. Get their number in your phone now if you haven't already. Your mentor is there for the day-to-day questions, the ones that feel too small to bother your OD with. There's no question too basic for a mentor. That's the whole point of the relationship. For national-level guidance, the ESGR HQ hotline is 1-800-336-4590. You can call them to discuss USERRA issues in general terms. Important rule: never mention the service member's or employer's name on that call. It's for general guidance, not case-specific review. On the legal side, the primary authorities you'll work with are 38 U.S.C. Chapter 43, which is USERRA itself, and 20 CFR Part 1002, the implementing regulations. Federal employees fall under 5 CFR Part 353 as well. The ESGR portal at ESGR. MEAL has everything you need operationally: the quick reference guide, the employee consent form, USERA FAQs, and ICMS for case management. Read the quick reference guide before your first case. Download the consent form and keep it handy. Know your OD's number, and when a case gets complicated, call someone. The support system exists because mediation isn't always simple. Use it. That completes the ESGR Ombudsman Mediation Process training series. You've covered all 4 phases of mediation, the 6 golden rules, the decision framework for edge cases, and the full support structure available to you. Here's what I want you to take from this. You don't have to be perfect at this on day 1. You have to be prepared, honest about what you don't know, and willing to ask for help. The service member and employers who come to ESGR deserve a mediator who takes that seriously. You've got what you need. Go do good work.